Hello and welcome to freeCodeCamp's Responsive Web Design Principles. This is Create a Media Query. It says media queries are a new technique introduced in CSS3 that change the presentation of content based on different viewport sizes. The viewport is a user's visible area of a web page and is different depending on the device used to access the site. Media queries consist of a media type, and if that media type matches the type of device the document is displayed on, the styles are applied. You can have as many selectors and styles inside your media query as you want. Here's an example of a media query that returns the content when the device's width is less than or equal to 100 pixels. So we have our @media rule here, and it specifies a max width of 100 pixels. If the viewport agrees with this and it's true, it will run the code in here. So if that screen's max width is 100 pixels, run the code in here. And the following media query returns the content when the device's height is more than or equal to 350 pixels, min height 350, and if this is true, it will run that code in there. Remember, the CSS inside the media query is applied only if the media type matches that of the device being used. Add a media query so that the p tag has a font size of 10 pixels when the device's height is less than or equal to 800 pixels. So very similar to not this one, but the top one. Copy this. We can see our style here. This applies to the paragraph all the time, but if we do this, we can erase that, and then also select the paragraph, I believe is what it was. So the paragraph tag has a font size of 10 pixels when the device's height is less than or equal to 800 pixels. So here would be 800 pixels, and in here we want to select that paragraph, and we want to do to that paragraph a font size of 10 pixels. So because it meets that requirement of a max width of 800 pixels, which isn't actually what we wanted. This says max height, right? So it should actually be max height, and it still worked. So this is now applying anytime that the device's height is less than or equal to 800 pixels. Let's run this to see if it worked, and we did a pass. So this can be extremely helpful when you want to create responsive pages, because every device has a different viewport. If you have the same font size on a big screen that you do on the small screen it will look super big, versus on the big screen it can look smaller. So with media queries, we can get around that and display what looks proper for each screen size. As long as you guys are understanding that, you guys are getting media queries. So this is stuff, again, that you just have to practice with and start creating different media rules and see how they apply. But as long as you guys are understanding that, you guys are getting this lesson. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe if you find these videos helpful, and I'll see you in the next lesson.